Hello everyone, I am Waqar Ali Khan, all-rounder, part of Cyprus Moufflons. Thank you.
Moved himself to the top of the order, as we observed earlier on today. He's out there in the middle once again, and joining him is his established opening bat, Zishan Sarwar. Well, as we've seen so often in this tournament, the very first ball disappears through the offside for a boundary. Can Sarwar keep this run rate ticking along? We'll certainly try to. That's beautifully stroked through the offside once again. Guard a few meters down the wicket. He wants to account for that swing. Well, this one's hit straight down the neck of the skipper of the opposition. And Faisal Mia, he moved himself deep outside that 30-yard circle. Finds his range there, but, well, this one's hit straight down the throat. The Nicosia Tigers are catching well here early on in the piece. And I think it was that man, Anwar Hussain, who's been at the end of a lot of good catches for the Tigers.
This time around, as he'll try to round out this brilliant first over, good fashion, and that's going to be a dot ball unless there's a run-out opportunity here. He fails to gather it.
Holds this one straight, and it struck into that gap on the leg side, past the fielder at mid-on. Bowled this a little short of was too full. Well, he goes full again. This one induces a top edge, and a valiant attempt in the deep from Anwar Hussain, who is running across to his left. He's going at a good rate as Scott Austin. And another one's aerially struck. This is an opportunity for the taking. The skipper manages. Oh no, he doesn't. He had at least 4 goes as it. 4 different attempts. He was juggling there, and that juggling act ends with him spilling it down. Well, and considering that he can bring out these big shots, that one was full and in his arc, and he makes it disappear out of the arc, out of the park, of course.
And break M-Doc's hearts when he hit a massive boundary in the last balls. This one, while Mehran Khan clears the field with ease, and he's showing all his classes, playing no respect whatsoever. Straight night of last ball finishes, so really can't underestimate how good the action here is, as Neeraj Tiwari comes into the attack and Scott Austin swats him away.
Puts one on the outside, and this one stroked beautifully once again, but it's going straight down the fielder there, who fails to pick it up. His hand goes up in apology to the bowler. Mehran Khan times this one, nothing more in that shot, but falls just short of this fielder at deep mid-wicket. Boundaries, well, is he going to find another one here? He absolutely will. He murdered that short ball into the leg side.
Absolutely did. He just clubbed it in.
I'll get into that after this ball, as Tiwari is hiked into the night sky once again. There's a fielder who's settling down underneath it. Anwar Hussain will not drop that one. So Scott Austin stay out there in the middle ends. He smashes his bat down in disappointment, but he should be pleased with himself. He did a job for his team.
Played supporting all those Punjab lines. Fiery quicks, that might have been a chance for a stumping there, but that was just a quicker one by Neeraj Tiwari. Was by a bye, which you can't credit to him, as this one is struck flat and straight to a fielder, but Tomal Aminul puts it down, and that's really unfair on Neeraj Tiwari. Still have to come, as Bilal Hussain, just a little bit of a stutter step leading into his run-up, but that doesn't throw off Mehran Khan whatsoever, as he's seeing it like a football, as you would say, and he clubs that away for a 6.
What'll Minhas Khan do here? Well, he smashes that one. That's probably the biggest 6 we've seen here all evening long. His partner at the other end smoked one out of the park. As Jaman runs it, this is driven down the ground. Beautiful timing on that one. How good are these two Khans out there in the middle? His head was down at the point of contact. Well, he's walking down below. Tries to do that once again, and he'll succeed. This man is seeing that ball like a football, and he brings up his half century. He's only needed 21 deliveries to get past that line. Continue to flow here off the blade of Mehran Khan. And this is another one that's bludgeoned towards the fielder in the deep. He makes a full meal of it. I beg your pardon, they've gotten back to Bilal Hussain. And that won't make a difference, because that one will just soar into the night sky and up about that fielder who's been stationed at deep extra cover. So nothing working here for the Tigers. going to be Bilal Hussain again, who's running in. Well, need we say more? All of these Moufflons, you can probably hear them there in the background. Minhas Khan, he has many a big shot up his sleeve. Unleashes that power on Bilal Hussain once again. Bilal Hussain goes for 32 runs in his two. The Moufflons pile on. They've gotten to 129 runs. Let me say that again, 129. They've only lost 3 wickets here. Nishi, they're running away with this game. Well, interesting choice here by the Tigers. They've sent in Rashidul Hassan to partner Neeraj Tiwari at the top of the order. I think that's a positive move. They probably think Rashidul Hassan can clear the infield. And this one's a skyer, and it'll be the first wicket. Oh no, it won't! That one spilled just as he caught it and he was making his way to the ground. Gurdeep Sharma spills that one.
2 catches we've seen them put down. I hope this doesn't show that the Moufflons are a little bit complacent. As the umpire, well, he's gone for to the 3rd umpire. He's just made the review, and looks like we're going to have...
As we take another look at it.
Yeah, very fortunate man. He had an easy catch dropped initially on that occasion. You were spot on. He's definitely out there. We've seen him hit some big 6s, but all of his innings, as this one is swatted away by Rashidul Hassan and goes straight to a leaping Scott Austin, who will take a fantastic catch, and the Moufflons are off to an absolute flyer.
Well, hit them to anybody in the park and you might get away. Hit them to Scott Austin and he'll swallow it every day. He's done a fine job for the Moufflons today. Just as we were saying, the Hoik shouldn't come out. Gursevak Singh runs in again to Bilal Hussain. Well, he finally middles one, does Bilal Hussain, and that one's soaring into the night sky.
So we're just past 10:30 local time as this one is clubbed by Iftikhar Jaman, and he shows us and demonstrates some of his power. This one's been clubbed hard. Will it go the distance for a 6? No, it won't. It'll take a couple of bounces and go for a 4.
Well, he finally gets some bat on that one, makes good use of his feet, dances down the track. There's Bilal Hussain.
Sufyan responds to being hit for a boundary. This one is high. Doesn't matter where you set a fielder, because that's gone for a 6. Gursevak Singh just watches it sail over his head, and now they're beginning to just string together some boundaries and put some pressure back on the Moufflons.
Well, they certainly are putting on some pressure.
Let's say 15 to 20 balls. This Tiger side will have a great shout as this one just goes flying right over Waqar Ali's head. Does it have enough to go for a 4? It certainly does, and they're just turning it on here, the Nicosia Tigers.
Can he keep this going? That's the challenge. Well, he'll keep trying. This is high into the night sky, and I think it's got mighty distance on it as well. As Scott Austin just leaps up above and wishes he was as tall as those floodlights up above him.
Turning it on at the right time, the Nicosia Tigers, but they've got to persist for longer. This is another huge shot. Is this going to be another 6? No, it won't. As the chance is put down, it's Gurdeep Sharma who puts down the 2nd catch he has tonight.
He can certainly do it. Well, he keeps going. Does Bilal Hussain. Strikes that one to long off. A bullet arm there from Abu Sufyan in the deep. Oh no! That goes all wrong for the Moufflons. Strike. Well, he does it again, does Jaman. That one sounded sweet off his bat. That'll go many a mile. Absolutely dismissed that one. How bad must this man who dropped him a little while ago, Gurdeep Sharma, feel just about now? They're going great guns. This one's launched deep once again, but what a catch! This man has been electrifying in the outfield. Gursevak Singh runs at least 20 meters to his right. Goes to the conventional cow corner area almost. Is at the non-striker's end as well. Shakawat Hussain clubs one straight down the ground. A leaping, diving Gursevak Singh intercepts that ball. They'll run back for a second. What an attempt there. Let's take another look at this.
That run rate creeping up for the Nicosia Tigers after that huge wicket. And this one will be another one as Shakawat Hussain unable to replicate his heroics against M-Docs a couple of nights ago, and he'll depart having made just 3 runs.
Well, he's cleaned him up with that one. He just didn't look like he was going to contribute today, but Dan, One has to question the choice in setting him up about Anwar Hussain. Oh, this is helped on its way down into the leg side. Welcome boundary. Well, he smashes this one straight over his head. This is probably the highest ball, and it does not have the distance. In fact, it finds the tallest man in the field. He brings out those bucket hands and that cool head. Makes sense to just throw the ball in. This one struck nicely straight down the ground. Even the quick Abu Sufyan cannot intercept that.
Teamed an underdog side, so Moufflons are looking very solid, and it doesn't seem like there's much of anyone to stop them, as that was almost a catching opportunity for Gursevic Singh, and that'll be signaled as 6.
Well, he's disgusted with himself there. He's an excellent fielder. He would have expected himself to swallow that one down earlier on in the piece.
So this one is absolutely whacked, as Anwar Hussain is doing his personal stats a whole load of good. He's been so great in these late innings situations, but if you're a Nicosia Tigers fan, well, you'd have liked to see him come in on an opportunity where the game was winnable.
Sajjad Badan. Well, that's a nice ball. He slows that one down, takes it away from that searching bat of Anwar Hussain, and that spells the end to what has been a one-sided evening in the end.